Hi folks, me again. Okay, so not sure if anybody's going to come on. I did put a video saying that I was going to walk across to the school to pick my young'un up. So if you join me, you join me. If not, I'll talk to myself for the next hour. I've even got my cable. Show you my cable into my power bank, and my power bank's in my phone. Just so I can do some recording. So I'm off to pick my daughter up at school, and hopefully I'm going to take you on a trip. Hang on a minute, just bear with me a second. I'm going to take you on a trip along the bankings from the Mount Skip area all the way across to Falmouth. Some people coming towards me, so I'm not going to video just yet. I'll turn the video around in a moment. We've got 2 people on so far. Brilliant. Cheers guys, thanks for coming on. Somebody trying to run up the hill, get fit. Right, okay, so I'll turn you around. Okay, so... Oh, gone into low battery mode. Why have I gone into low battery mode? Supposed to be recording. Just bear me a second. Oh no, don't tell me I've got no... we might have a problem here, guys, because my battery might go on my phone. I have got it plugged into a power bank, but my battery might go. So if it does, we'll just have to cut it short, but let's just go for now. So, I am on the walkway that used to be the bankings that goes from, well, I suppose it goes right the way down to, it goes down to Trafford Park, I think. If you go all the way down, you can go all the way back down here, back this way, back along there, all the way down to Swinton, Worsley, Swinton, and then further afield to the canal, and then into Trafford Park and the likes of Salford Quays and so on. Keep going this way and it takes you right the way up to Falmouth. And the Falmouth walkway then continues through to Bolton Hospital and so on and so forth. So this is the way I come back from dropping my daughter off in the morning. My wife's finished work early today, so she's back at home. I'm walking across to the school so that I can do some videoing for you folks, and I'm going to meet them both there, jump in the car and come back. So what can I tell you about these bankings? Well, a little bit further on, not just yet, but a little bit further on, will be round about where I used to live on the Spa estate. I'll tell you when we get to it. But if you look at these bankings, so these bankings all the way up here to the houses, that's the back of the Mount Skip estate. If you can imagine, we're heading towards Cleggs Lane at the moment. And then if you go up those steps there, that takes you up to Cleggs Lane. And further afield to the doctor's surgery. If you remember, those that live round here a long time ago, on Cleggs Lane, just ahead of us there, you can see some water pipes going across the bankings, and then the bridge. The bridge is the Cleggs Lane Bridge. So if I was to go up those steps that I've just shown you there and go on to Cleggs Lane, turn right, you'll see some shops on your right hand side. Does anybody remember, if you can put in the comments, does anybody remember what the hardware shop was called on the right hand side? It's now a hairdresser's, but it used to be a hardware shop. Name began with E. It was, I think it was 2 brothers that ran it. And I think the name of the shop was their surname. So, starter for 10. Can anybody remember the name of the hardware shop? I won't give you the answer. I'll wait until somebody comments. So, up on Cleggs Lane, past Old Lane on your left-hand side, keep going, past Coniston on your right-hand side, and then immediately there was 2 shops together. One was, can't remember what one was. I think one was always an hairdresser's, And the other one was a hardware shop. We used to get our paraffin from there. We used to get our paraffin from there for our heater at the top of the stairs. Bang! Etchells, Sylvia Gowenlock, you're in there, you've got it. Those, well done. Those pipes going across there, sewer pipes, I believe, there's 3 of them. We used to climb on there as kids. We used to dare each other to get on one side of this banking and walk right the way across, over or round the guard, the spiked guard that's at the beginning, walk around that and then walk right across the other side with your hands held out balancing to get to the other side. That was one of our daredevils that we used to do. Just at the top of these bankings, so I've just come under Cleggs Lane motorway, or Cleggs Lane bridge. Right in that corner there, just there, my mate Chuckles and myself one day found a motorbike that somebody had obviously dumped there. We decided to get it out of the undergrowth, pick it up, take all they'd obviously thrown a load of branches and stuff to hide it, lift it out, get it back onto this path here that wasn't tarmacked at the time. It was just dirt at the time. But we managed to get it started and we had a good few hours on it. Unfortunately, what I didn't realise at the time is the person who'd stolen the bike caught up with me. A few months later, I think, caught up with me, and they decided that they took great offence to me taking their bike, and gave me a bloody nose. I won't mention their name, well-known family in Little Hulton. But again, it's one of those, it's just one of life's lessons, one of life's learning opportunities, and if you don't live, you don't live, do you? So, hey-ho. Lady struggling with a dog. Not going for anywhere, Go on. So yeah, just to the right hand side of me, there's a school just up on these bankings there, right there, there used to be a slide. There used to be a big long metal slide. It used to get roasting hot in the summer. And this literally did used to be an adventure area. As I say, it wasn't tarmacs like this. They'd literally just taken the rails up and taken the sleepers up from the old Little Hulton Farnworth Bolton railway line and just left it as a dirt track more than anything. And used to get our motorbikes and whiz up and down here. Then they sort of started to do it up, dropped a lot of logs, tree stumps in here, there and everywhere, put some slides in, put some swings in, and did the area up and made it a lot better. And of course, it's then transgressed into an old disused railway line through to an adventure line for kids to climb on tree stumps, have a go on slides. And it's now this, a public walkway or cycle path. A lot of undergrowth, a lot of overgrown trees and so on, but hey ho, it costs an absolute fortune to keep this stuff at bay. Money that the councils unfortunately haven't got, unless they sell some more land for houses. Those houses that you can see there are the houses that I showed you earlier on in the videos of Old Lane. And if you remember, where those houses are now used to be a church. I can't remember the name of the church. Can't remember the name of the church, but it was next to the school, St. Joseph's school. And the church had a vestry. Is it vestry? No, manse. Oh, that's the name for it in Scotland. But the vicar's house, the priest's house, the vicar's house next to the church. And of course it was Father Tansey, if anybody remembers Father Tansey, who was a strange character to say the least. He was well known for falling asleep during his sermons. Well known for getting his words mixed up and names mixed up and so on whilst he was giving funerals and weddings and so on. Again, another one of life's characters from back in the day. And then next to the school, or between the school and the church, was a hall, church hall, where they used to play bingo. Can't remember the name of that church. I think it was that hall. I think it was St Edmund's. I can't remember. But yeah, it was. We used to go play bingo there a couple of times with Mum and Dad. A vicarage it is. It's called a vicarage. Well done, Adele. Up in Scotland. As I say, I lived there for 15 years. But up in Scotland, they called it a manse. This area here on the right hand side is what was back then the new estate. So if you imagine, for those of you who don't know, those that are new to the area and didn't see it in the 70s, 80s, all this area just used to be farm. Used to be farmland with ponds here, there and everywhere. And literally you couldn't do anything with it other than walk on it. And this is a junction. This is like a V in the path. So if you carry on walking down there, it takes you to Old Lane. Carry on walking this way and it takes you up towards Farnworth. And again, all of this is the new estate. All of this, that is the new estate there. And right down there on the left-hand side is a nursing home where lots of like assisted living for older generation. And when they were building these the new estate building the houses, quite a few friends of ours, myself and friends used to get up to no good on the building site. Used to have a security guy on here called Jock. Oldish guy, used to let us sit in his cabin with him, used to let us play on the scaffolding as long as we didn't get up to our arm, and we used to jump off the scaffolding into the sand and even the rock wool fiberglass. Used to go home absolutely itching. Horrible it was. And we used to do all the sorts of things like start the cement mixers up so that they'd get him riled and he'd chase us, and start the tractors up and get him riled. But all in all, it was good fun days. And my battery's definitely going to go. I can't believe it. Damn. My power bank has obviously got no flaming charge in it, which is absolutely annoying. Thought I charged it all up before I left. Too much videoing. But what I was going to say is these houses here on the left hand side is not the new estate. These houses here on the left hand side is actually where I walked this morning. It's part of Moreland Drive, part of Spa Crescent. Hi Rob, you okay? Good to see people coming on and saying hello. That's the engagement we're looking for. Apologies if I do miss any of you, because it literally just scrolls up my screen and I don't always see people's comments, but I do catch up on them later when I've uploaded the film. Yeah, the houses over this side is sort of the back end of the backside of Spa Crescent. And going back to the motorbikes that we used to ride along, again, riding along here, one particular day there was myself on my bike, mate on his bike. We came across, didn't know it, but there was a rope across this banking. So right away across here, somebody had put a rope. And unbeknown to us, the pair of us were riding our bikes straight into this rope and took us. Hi Ed, you all right? Took us off our bikes completely, and we came a cropper. Dangerous, could have garroted us. Had it been a little bit higher, it caught us on the chest. Had it been a little bit higher, it would have caught us in the neck and probably killed us, to be fair. Some of you watching might have been of the age where me at 14, 15, 13, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years of age, riding up and down here on a bike, on a motorbike, Saturdays and Sundays, and at any possible time during the week, you might have been absolutely bloody raged that I was doing that at the time, and you probably think, you deserve it. I probably did, to be fair. Shouldn't be riding up and down on bikes, but you don't think about that when you're a kid, do you? All you want to do as a kid is just live. So we're going sort of right round the corner. Again, this is in front of us is the big field. You can just hear the motorway in the background. So the motorway is literally just there, the M61 going up to Preston. And this takes us, that area there is Spa Crescent still, Newcombe Drive, Newgate Drive, exactly where we were this morning. We're just at the back side of that. And this takes us to the bottom of the bridge. Somebody did mention the bridge in the comments in the earlier video this morning. Can't can't remember what the bridge is called. No, can't remember, it's not come to me. But it basically brings us to the bottom of the Little Hulton Newbury Bridge, which is where I'll head over to get to Farnworth. And just up there on that side path, in that house there, was a girl who used to live there called Julie Rogers. Had a sister and a brother, can't remember their names. Anne, was it Anne? Maybe. But Julie Rogers, again, we used to hang about on Spa Crescent on the grassed area. Showed you that area this morning in the video. It's now been turned into a parking area by the council, quite rightly so. But it was, unfortunately, by doing that, they've taken away the areas for kids to play. But when we were around there playing, we used to play rounders, we used to play football, we used to play kick the ball hide, we used to play hide and seek, all the usual stuff. And Julie was one of the kids that used to hang around with us, along with the likes of Dane Bingham, Mandy Derbyshire, Paul Derbyshire, Dickie I've mentioned, Chuckles I've mentioned, Anthony I've mentioned, Anthony Crook, David Crook, Paul Crook, Michael Dickinson, Catherine Dickinson, Tracy Dickinson, Joanne and Jeanette Sims. All of us used to hang around that area, and we just played for hours. In fact, you played until the bloody streetlights came on, didn't you? And as soon as the streetlights came on, bang, you were in. No questions, no aggro from your parents. Just you knew what was what, and you did what was what, and that was it. So that's the end of the Bankings tour. I've got loads more stories to tell you, just feeding off from this area, which we'll probably catch up on a later video. Again, folks, sincere apologies for the kerfuffle earlier on. I wasn't expecting it, wasn't ready for it, hadn't even given it a thought that somebody would take that much of an offence. I get that people might take offence to being filmed, but at the end of the day, to use such aggressive manner towards it and threatening behaviour, I've never been like that. They're not my values, not my beliefs. It's not how I would act or react. So I struggle sometimes to understand why people would do that. It just doesn't make sense to me. When you're not that kind of person, it almost becomes alien to you, because you're not ready for it, you're not expecting it. But I abided by his wishes. He didn't want me videoing, so I put the camera down and we moved on. I then lost looking back at the video, I then lost connection because of the poor EE signal. And to be fair, I don't think it's been too bad, unless you're losing audio from me, I'm not sure. But to be fair, on this walk, it's not been too bad. So I'm just going over the bridge now. I'll give you a quick snapshot of the motorway. If we were to look to our, let me get my bearings, look to our right over this bridge, the next bridge down is the Bolton Road Bridge that goes to Farnworth as well. So if I was to look down that way, that takes us back towards Worsley, but it also takes us to the Bolton Road Bridge, and you used to be able to see Eaton's truck parts, I think it was, or Eaton's Engineering, and I know Amanda Goodwin, I know she's on watching the video at the moment, and that's at least one person that used to work at Eaton's. Again, another fantastic local employer that looked after people, engaged with the schools, got apprenticeships on the go, and really supported kids leaving school to get jobs and get a trade, and get on the first step of the ladder for employment. So that's sadly gone, now been replaced with houses, strangely enough. And again, strange how things come around. My son-in-law is a roofer, self-employed roofer, and for the last 18 months, I think, certainly a long period, has actually been working on them roofs, on those new build, to put the roofs on. So yeah, it's a strange small world. So we're back into Newbury. We've crossed the line, as it were, back in the day. Never did you cross Newbury unless you were coming for a fight. And as somebody said earlier on in the comments, I didn't used to do it. As I said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Used to congregate on the bridge, on the middle of that bridge there, which was deemed no man's land. It was deemed a neutral space where we, keep saying we, I'm saying we in the royal we, as in Little Hulton, used to fight with Farmworth to let them know that we were the better side of the motorway, if you like. And they used to use dustbin lids, sticks, bats, balls, you name it. It was very much a free-for-all. So I think I'm about to lose battery, and what I don't want to do is lose battery before I upload this video. So hope you've enjoyed today's videos, guys. Probably won't do another one now today. Might try and get one or two in over the weekend, depends if I go on a walk. One thing I can tell you is my steps are going up by the thousands, and I'm meant to be doing 10,000 steps a day, so good for me, good for you, win-win all round. Okay folks, right, everybody happy? I am uploading the videos into Facebook automatically. I can't upload videos live into YouTube at the moment until I've started uploading some videos into YouTube as a pre-recorded videos. So whether we go down that route at a later date, I'm not sure, but it'll work out. It'll all work out. As I say, it's a work in progress, and we just make the best of it, and we learn as we go along. Just give you a sign there. That's where I'm going. The walkway to there, and it's just down this way. It's a beautiful walk, honestly. Really is an absolutely beautiful walk. Okay, folks, take it easy. Thanks, Sylvia. Really appreciate you commenting. If we can get more comments whilst I'm walking, I see quite a people put a lot of comments on after the video's been uploaded, which again is brilliant. It's fantastic. But if you guys want to video whilst I'm walking, if I see them, I'll try and add my comments to them in response to you. Helen, thanks, Paul. Enjoy your video. Hope for many more. Yep, I think there's more in the bank. And again, I'm open to ideas. If you guys want to see specific areas, I'll go and find them, and I'll take you through them. So wherever you guys want to see, I'll take you down memory lane. Who knows? Maybe one or two of you might want to get on the live video if the signal will allow, and share your memories and comments and thoughts around where you used to live. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. Have a great afternoon, and if I don't see you before, have a great weekend. I'll definitely be back on Monday, unless my employer decides that it's time to head back into the office, which I very much doubt. I do have to get some continual personal development learning in at some point, because that's a massive requirement for me on a personal level, nothing to do with work, but it's definitely a massive requirement for me. So enjoy, folks. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye.